Hello, hello. So, it's Rick's face day today. Get this infilled with grey. Choosing the grey, it's a different story altogether. A couple of different colours that look very similar. Got this one, which I thought was a light grey. And I got this one, which is a lighter grey, but is it light enough? I'm just going to go with it and see how it turns out. So, I've spun up a couple of, I'm going to say bobbins, for want of a better word. I'm going to juice up the gun, threading up the needle. Truly my favourite part. Double threading on this one. I think I might be finding that because I've double threaded, I might have gone a bit too close on the gaps. So I've left a little bit of a gap. Is it going to be enough? Who knows? It definitely looks furry enough, which was good. So when I say furry, I mean like full on the other side. It's not a bald looking rug, which is great. So what I'm going to do first is do the outline. So we'll go all the way around this. All the way around this. Around here. And then what that does is it provides a clean perimeter for you to, I'll say stitch up to. Do the same around eyes as well. So anywhere where you've got lines, and just play it steady. What I found that is, without that perimeter, you tend to stitch over and it goes onto black, sometimes up into blue. Although it's easy enough to unpick it, it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to start putting this on, and take me a little minute or two to get into it, just when you've not done it for a few days, you just forget. Always a little bit at a time. Like I say, if you go over, just unpick it. It's all good. Now, one thing I forgot to do that I say in every video is pull plenty of wool down from the hooks above. And because I didn't do that, I'm having to rethread it again because it pulls back. So, pull the wool down every turn. Right, a second. Here we go. That's quite neat. Nice little line going on there. Put that into my wool bin. Right, on we go. Nice and steady. There's no rush. It's meant to be relaxing. Push hard, not too hard, so you're like dislocating your shoulder or rope. A little bit of an infill there. Pull that back. Make sure you've got plenty of wool on your right side or wherever your thread's coming from. Okay. Shitting hell, what have I just done? I don't know what happened then. I had some sort of arm spasm and I pulled the wool out of the gun. So I've been watching some other tubers doing the rugging sounds pretty ominous, and I do like the Gecko, which is the AK-1 gun, and the difference is on the AK-1 you've got all your plastic casing around there and up here, so you're not going to get your face trapped in cogs, which is a serious danger. So that is what I will aspire to. Just straight lines up here. And that's it. No need to overfill. Not going a bit too much there. Okay. And back to it. You should never really do it upside down. To be fair. Because the gun's just not designed for that. Pull some more wool down, or else you'll end up pulling your own hair out when you unthread your gun. Just going to pick up here. Lovely neat lines, like little braids. Perfect. Right, down to the mouth. And the gun will basically pull you up. Now here, do I just, yeah, I'm gonna fill that tiny gap. I shouldn't probably because I'm double tufting, but not double tufting, double threading. Lovely. Okay, well, fuck's sake. What's the one thing I say all the time? I just keep forgetting. I don't know if it's because the day's getting on, whether it's because my brain is affected by my ripe old age, or if it's just because I've got a shit setup. But keep pulling the wall down so that you've got slack, and the gods will treat you good. Alright, so pull this out as you go along. Ooh, that felt like a big bit. Massive hole on the side. Okay, so let's get across this mouth bit. We'll call it the mouth region. It's getting baggy, so I need to finish this rug quite quick. Can try and tension it actually in a minute, but you can send it all out of proportion, out of kilter. Keep checking that wall, make sure you got plenty of slack on the right hand side. You know the scary thing, nobody shows you as they go along. They don't show you how incredibly rough the rug looks on the other side. Because it does, it just looks a bit shitty until you've done all your shaving and your profiling. And I wish people would show that, because that's the reality. And you can get to a point when you've done so many hours of your rug and you can just think, wow, what's gone wrong here? We've got ears going on. Oh, my fingers got stuck. One sec. That's a rarity. I've got it trapped in here. One sec. So that's what I'm saying. The other one, the AK, much better. Right, where have you gone? You've gone around it about 19 times. We're going to turn this gun off. I'm going to just snip it. It's easier. That's probably first or second time I've done that. Happens very rarely, but it does highlight the importance of a case. Pull it out. There we go. Just make sure you've got nothing trapped around any of your sort of pulley joints, because it will get hot fast. Just pull that out, and I will start again, because you can. Right, the one thing you're not going to get with these videos is ultra processed. You'll learn the hard way with me. Get in there. I've probably been better pausing it. Save about 3 weeks. You've all that gone on to your next birthdays. Here we go. Right, pop that in there. Pull that through there. 94 foot of spare down that side. And that's us back in the game. So, always turn the gun off when you're messing around with it. You do not want your face trapped in that. Or your fingers. Or any other appendage for that matter. I do love doing this outside. I had it set up inside for a while. I mean, it was a bit colder, not quite as far into summer, but it's a little bit chilly, but fresh as well. So I'm going to do that top line that I talked about there. Try not to go into the black or over the black. Job's a good one. Right, get round that bit, because you do not want to be stitching upwards under there. It's just never going to happen. Totally forgot to make a brew. Parched. So you've all had a lovely weekend. Sounds a bit cheese, but do drop in chat what you've been up to. I do read the comments. Here we go. Right, so you can do the longest length, if you see what I'm saying. So that's the longest length. So I'm just going sideways. Plenty of wool. Right then. I can truly tell when I'm concentrating, because I find it difficult to talk at the same time. So, apologies for that. It happened again. The thread did fall off. I think what I'm going to do this week is build a proper frame again. The other one's at a different location. I'm going to build a proper frame for garden. A big one, adaptable. So I've not just got rugs this size. You can do like 6x4s, like giant rugs. And I've noticed that eyes, and I mean, these are not incredibly detailed eyes, but on stuff like manga, you need a bit more detail in it, and on larger rug spaces, you'll be able to get that incredible sort of shine in the eyes. And oh, I've just spotted a bit of a white gap in that wall. The scissors still working, I think they are. Right. It's crazy how much wool this uses as well. I say wool, I mean acrylic. You can use wool if you want. But while you're practicing, I just use acrylic. Super versatile. And if you're making a rug for your dog, you can probably be a little bit harder on it when you're giving it a rub down with soapy water. Wool has a whole different level of cleaning requirements. That I won't go into just now because, quite frankly, I've been making it up. Okay. I think when you're doing rugs, like my first two, mushroom, were too faffy with colours. I'm a bit disappointed because it's like quite a lot of time and stuff, and you get your backing on it, all looks nice. I weren't truly happy with colours. I want this one to be proper, but then rug number 4 is going to be better than rug number 3. Rug number 5 is going to be better than rug number 4. It's just the way it goes, isn't it? And there's so many things you pick up on when you start. Just simple stuff. Like even tensioning, you know, this now is baggy and I really need to give it some tightening, but I don't want to sort of misshape it, so you've got to pull it super even. So I'm going to try and leave it. Why have I left that gap? It's like Hitler's tash. There we go. Right, then onto the ear. I had a really horrible feeling then. That I didn't press record. Did that a few days ago. And then you try hard to remember what you were talking about. But it's all truly random, so you struggle. Okay, so I'm gonna go, let's have a look at that way. Yeah, that's the way. Right, back as far as you can. Bit of a, nope, not there. I think I'm going to be better going up and in for that one. A little bit more on that. Do that one. Maybe a little bit too close, that. Mistakes were made, as I always say, so you can feel it just pulling a little bit tight there. I still need a stitching. Confusing thing for Rick and Morty is all the pictures that you see are totally different. Like the skin tones vary greatly from one to the next. Let's have a look. Get you down there. There we go, people. The face is done. I'm going to do that again, because the gut tells me so. Ooh. Alright, I'm going to get some oil on my gun because it's starting to make that noise of doom. Back in a sec. Right, so I've left the friggin' oil at the other place, so I'm just going to have to hope the gun doesn't go into meltdown. That's his cuff, that's going to be blue. I missed that, should have done that. And I did his shirt. These are so fucking awesome. Oh, bollocks. And then thread comes out. But it's all good. It's alright. Don't worry about it. Just pick it back up. Thread it through. Pull, pull, pull. You arsehole. What an idiot. Right, okay. Got the lengths wrong. I'm dancing around here like a drunk. Here we go. So, pull that tight there. You do get faster at this. He says, going like really, really slow. You do get faster at this. Meanwhile, somebody's made 5 rugs in time I've taken to thread it. Okay, so let's go with the fingers again. Turn the gun on, Paul. That looks lovely. Always grab that if you remember. Well, if you remember, grab it. Hold on to it, dear life. Do like an alarm that tells them when to pull wool. Like blind people have like an alarm that tells them like bath water gets a bit too high. I definitely need one for this. No matter how many times I'm saying, pull the wool, make sure you got plenty of wool. Yarn, acrylic, whatever. I always fucking forget. There we go. There we go, go, go. Right, so for this one, I'm going to... which way should I do it? Oh, bollocks, that didn't work very well. Only live and learn. I'm not sure it's a good idea to tension it just now, or ever actually, after you've started properly. But I'm going to try and just pull a little bit. A little bit. You can get these new frames now that have like a winder. And you can tension it as you go along. Every video I've watched says don't tension it. Oh, that's better. So all I'm doing is just turn it that way. Watch me fucking tripod collapse. Asshole. So that's my carpet grip there. Right, get it and give it a stretch. Do it all the way down if you're going to do it though. Needs to be even. I've got a funny feeling the rug's going to fucking fall apart now I've done this. Right, so there we go. Looks a little bit dark, that grey, but we'll be alright, I think. Too late to turn back now. Okay. On with the fingers. There we go. Chuk, 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 chuk. Let me... I'll do. One sec. Did it again. Forgot to press record. Or come off pause, should I say. There we go. That's nice. Right. Oops, I think my wool alarm was going off. Low wool warning. Tension low. Right, so you can hear it working too hard when it makes that. It's like couple of chipmunks fainting in a bag, and that's what we want to avoid. So let me just pause this and move it down to the other hand. Okay, on it. God, my back hurts. What the hell's happened here? What is going on? Is it meant to be like... I see, I get it. It's just a really badly drawn finger, I think. It's always the same when you're tracing with projector. You think you've done it, but no. Oh, fuck. That was his face. Why have I just done his face? So this is what happens, see? This is what happens. So I've done a... Okay, relax. Breathe in. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 4. Breathe out for 4. Right, arsehole. That was meant to be his finger. That's his face. That's an entirely different colour. So... I'll play a little bit of Swan Lake to help you through this pain. Just to add insult to injury, nipped my fucking thumb end in there then. Here we go. We're on it, flying through it. What I'm not going to do is make you endure this. In fact, yeah, you can. You could just tap forward 10 seconds, I guess, and miss the lively banter. You got to be careful that you don't grab the monk's cloth, because pulling that is not good. Nearly there, look. And again, this is the fucking beauty. If this were like an acrylic painting, a watercolour, I know what's his face would fix it. Bob. But your average person would have just fucked up an oil painting. With this, just unpick it. Take your time. There we go. I did break my toe yesterday as well, I forgot to mention. Rushing down a hallway, bare feet. My little toe and the next toe parted company at 45 degrees as I struck the leg of a bench, and I heard the crack and the pop and the flash of white light that you get in your head, and I knew that shit had gone wrong. And then it swelled up. Right, have I gone? And then I couldn't put my shoe on, and then the day just oh fuck. Anyway, that's okay, I can go back up there. So I'm struggling a bit today with the old toe. It's gone purple. I'm going to do a video, but my toes are not meant to ever meet the internet. I'd be fucking sectioned. Science would come after me. Definitely. Men in Black. Stealth choppers. The only man on earth who can climb a tree in bare feet, or using only his feet. With his claw-like toes. Right. See, that weren't too bad. Listen to me chat madness while we just get through that happy little ordeal. So I've got a little bit of touching up there to do. Black. I'll do that when I do his face. You find that when you touch it, I don't know what happens. You get a little weird. You find bits that you could have done better, and you get tempted to pull bits out. Like them fingers there, I could have done them way better. I might still do them better. Maybe I could just round it off. Yeah, look, this is it. Easy as that. Fixed. No redoing required. Nice and gentle. Oh, warrior. Watch me pull one and it'll just unthread the whole lot. 300 fucking metres of acrylic. So what I want to do is get bigger bobbins, so I'm not having to wind them myself. I think they're called skeins. Could be pronouncing that wrong, so please forgive. On that note, we will crack on. I'm going to need some light in a second, because it's getting dark outside again. See what's going on here. Give me a sec. God, my back feels like it's going to snap. Here we go. Right. Oh no, I didn't do that about 2 hours ago. So, just while I'm on a roll with that, to try. Yeah, you see, worth it. All again, double win. Right, we've got the hand on camera. Yes, we have. Well, we've got plenty of wool. Yes, we have. Wool alarm set. And please note when I say it, see what's happened there. So it's put a ladder right up it. So I'm going to have to fork it in a bit. But for now, what can do is finger. We'll do the outline first, actually. Right. Let us begin. And then what I'll do is probably around that one. There we go. I do love it when you can get back up to warp. Oh, fuck. Well, just as you're about to approach warp speed, and your gun unthreads because your fucking wool alarm didn't go off to tell you that your wool slack will low. Not that I've got one or that exists, but I am sure I would make a lot of money if I invented one. Okay, come back a little bit of wool. Here you go. There's a real handy little hanger there as well, can you see that? It's like a sharp hook. You just hang it on there if you want, or on the side. I'm not going to show you, because it's pointless, I've just explained it. Right, pull that through. Fucking pull some more. Excuse my French. And I'm just going to go up this bit. Gun on. Because you should always turn your gun off when something goes wrong. That'll do there. A little bit of a fill there. That gets us more or less level then. Oh shit, what happened then? It took me in a really weird direction. Start again. This is where it goes Pete Tong. And you're not sure why. Things just go bad. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm just a bit too close, I think. That's better. See? Satisfaction. Okay, time for a cup of nice Yorkshire tea, I think. Finish this hand off. See, that gap's not too bad because you're double threading. It'll just flare out massive on the other side. It's crazy how big it goes. Okay then. So we're going to go. Did that go over? Oh, possibly did. Right, now look at this. Just check it against the picture. As I go along, by the way, my technology will improve. I will get a screen. Another screen, so I can see comments and stuff like that. There we go. As I'm working away. At the minute I'm using a phone and that's it. So that can go there. Did we get it then? Did we get it? I'd say yes to that one. Right, so the rest is these little ears. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Yes, that's a good choice. Right, has he got any more hands or limbs? Face, hands, 1 and 2. Blue. Alright, looking good. Maybe a little bit too. I think if anything I could have done like left a bigger gap between my lines. Like there, on your rows. Come practice, I think that's probably a gap of probably 1 full monk's cloth line width or pixel width. If that doesn't make sense, it probably will at some point. Right, jacket is there, that's all good. Okay. This dark so quick. Gone off, I'm gonna just put some. What am I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna put some blue in here. Well, whatever that is, that colour. So I'll do that quickly. We need to line it as well with black. I'll touch up any old black lines as well. I'm going to do that off camera, so I'll come back to that in a sec. Right, back shortly. Right then, does that need a line? Nope, that's fine. So that's going to run straight to there. There. Here's blue. I didn't do the blue. I carried away, totally forgot. Filled in the little black bits, I think. Ooh, little spots of grey there. Let me just shove some grey back on super quickly. Right, back on with the sleeves. So, I'm going to outline them anyway. Even though it's a small space, I think it's just better. I really do. See, that should be enough fluff on the other side to show that it's part of his shirt. But again, have I just caught the black? No. Shit, I'm moving it where it's put. Can you see that? Oh bollocks, my tripod's collapsing. Okay, I just fell into like some sort of weird hole there. The gun was not happy. And it does that. Ooh, what's going on here? It does that when you've overworked that monk's cloth, but felt alright. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Yes, pull that out of there. It's just not frigging required. Maybe I could have done with a little bit more in that top bit. But then am I just being a little bit too paranoid? So the beauty of the big frame is, I mean, I can lift this off, but it's a pain in the ass. In fact, it's not a pain in the ass, I just can't be bothered. But you can just walk around a frame when you've got a proper frame and inspect it as you go along. And in fact, what a lot of people do is they'll do a section and then trim it. trim it out on the other side so it's all nice and level. Right, that's enough for that bit. Gone off on there. I'm going to do some more portal colours now, but I'm going to do that on the next video. Okay. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, leave me a like, more important, or subscribe. Seems to be the key thing to do. And tune in again. Later, bye.